Hello, everyone. Welcome now as we are entering our fourth week, reading the 40 chapters of Exodus during the 40 days of Lent. Today, of course, we are on chapter number 17 on this Monday, and we will be crossing this week the halfway point of Exodus. And so, here we are. We will go ahead and dive into the text here in chapter number 17. They continue their journey, and once more there was no water for the people to drink. This was after this quite a descriptive situation in the previous chapter regarding the manna and the quail, what God was providing them every day. And of course now they are out of water, nowhere to drink. And you know the the people are contending, it says, with Moses, that they want to turn everything into a challenge. It's as if that after the plagues in Egypt, now the Hebrews want to impose upon themselves their own plagues. Of course, that they should be concerned when they came across the pool of bitter water. Of course, it's reasonable to be concerned with food, and now running out of water altogether. However, it's clearly. God who led them out of Egypt is capable and has committed to supplying the need. And so we get a recurring interest here of, God's faithfulness, but yet the people aren't exactly willing to be faithful themselves. Maybe it would be easier for them to believe if they never ran out of water, but then that causes them to take things for granted, does it not? And once more, the statement echoes, why did you bring us out of Egypt? In order to kill us with thirst. And Moses, by now, verse number 4, you really have to be worried about his state of mind. He's concerned that the people are going to stone him. And God says, take the same staff that you touched the Nile with and go there to the rock in Horeb, and from that rock is going to come water. And so he does that, and here comes water. And and so the next thing that occurs is the people of Amalek, the Amalekites. They came and they attacked Israel. And so Moses is going to get Joshua to select some of the men and go out and fight the people of Amalek. And Moses is going to stand up on a hill with that same staff that he's been using now for several episodes. He's going to keep a watch. And so as the Hebrews are making their way through the wilderness, excuse me, there are certain tribes of people that are looking to exploit and loot other people. Not only do they consider it a threat, while others are in close proximity, but also they can that they might be able to fight a group and take the spoils of that group. Remember, in the wilderness, there's fewer resources, and so you have to at times depend on, if you're going to be a wilderness dwelling people, you have to depend on fighting in order to make your ends meet. All right, so in verse number 10, Joshua fought against the people of Amalek, and Moses and Aaron, they were on top of the hill. And whenever Moses raises his hands, Israel is winning in the battle. But when he has to rest his hands, then the people of Amalek start to win. So the momentum of this war, this battle, is based on the strength that Moses has in his arms. So verse 12, the hands of Moses were heavy. They took a stone and put it under him and Aaron and Hur each held up his hands, each standing on one side. And so as his hands were steady, as the sun went down, Joshua and the army, they destroyed Amalek. And so God says to Moses, write this as a memorial in the book and to rehearse it in Joshua's hearing. I'm going to remember my people. I'm going to take out the Amalekites, and there Moses builds an altar and calls it, in our translation, the Lord is my banner. And so a good, light and easy chapter as we approach this week. We'll be getting to some interesting things in terms of laws and commandments, and all of which will be enjoyable to discuss. But still, we are in the portion of group formation and identity, which the entire book is incorporated of. But nevertheless, and still, here we are observing the behavior of the people, responding to the environment around them, learning to trust this process, as it were. And once again, since the start of this whole ordeal in Exodus, God is a victor, and his servants are the ones that are the ones who are compelled and the ones who prevail over the course of time. And we start to ask the question, when are his people going to see that? So God has surely demonstrated himself to be a potent force. However, what are the implications going to be of that potency? What difference is it going to make? And Moses here is seemingly gaining some capital, some equity amongst some social capital and equity. As long as he keeps his hands raised, then the people can win their battles. And so now, after some of these some of these social events, we're going to start to see, going into tomorrow's reading, some more of the organization and legal matters regarding the collective. All of this is part of their formation. All right, thank you for joining with me. We'll keep this video shorter, and I will meet you again tomorrow with chapter number 18.